Ja, dames en heren, welkom in de Grote Kerk in Den Haag. We hebben een zeer gevarieerd en kleurrijk cultureel programma in het verschiet. Evenals verschillende speeches over het onderwerp geweldloosheid. Die worden verzorgd door een aantal van onze vooraanstaande gasten. Ik zal het programma vanaf hier gaan voortzetten in het Engels, in de hoop dat zoveel mogelijk mensen mij kunnen volgen. Maar mocht er desondanks iets niet duidelijk zijn, dan nodig ik u zeker uit om mij na afloop van het programma hierop aan te spreken. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. We are privileged to have among us His Excellency Mr. Pete Hoekstra, who has been the ambassador of the United States of America since January 2018. Ambassador Hoekstra has a long history of public service, having served as a member of Congress for 18 years. He is the founding chairman of the Congressional Caucus on the Netherlands and was a distinguished fellow at the Heritage Foundation and a Shillman Senior Fellow at the Investigative Project on Terrorism. He has written on many issues, including international affairs. Among his many awards include the Order of the House of Orange from the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite on stage His Excellency Mr. Pete Hoekstra, the Ambassador of the United States of America to the Netherlands.
Thank you. Ambassador, thank you for the invitation to be with you on this very special day and this very special commemoration. Gandhi. Gandhi, you just hear the word and it sends a chill through your body because it has a meaning all of its own. When you hear the word and you think of the man, you think of the strength and everything that he had and that he believed, but the strength to carry through on his convictions. When you hear the word Gandhi, we think of nonviolence. We've all had the opportunity to personally experience or meet those or visit those parts of the world that have not experienced violence, not experienced nonviolence, but have experienced violence. We see the scars on the land. We see the scars on the communities. We see the scars that have been left on the individuals and the families who have experienced violence. And we recognize how powerful and how desirable nonviolence is to resolve the conflicts among people. But I firmly believe, as our founding fathers did in the United States, that the concept of nonviolence is built into a recognition that each and every one of us is special. In my personal religious tradition, we believe that each and every one of us is created in the image of God. In our founding documents, we say that we are all endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. I think it is the message. There's been so much said about Gandhi, and as you said earlier, what's been said, who knows what more can be added to that. But it is a recognition that if we would wake up each and every morning and recognize that the way to work through a day, the way to carry on the message, the dream of Martin Luther King, who was so profoundly impacted by Gandhi, and to carry forward the message of Mandela, to carry forward the message of Gandhi, would be to recognize that each and every one of us is created, that each and every one of us has special gifts, abilities, and talents that are unique to us. And that if we would recognize, whether it was in our family, our schools, our workplace, our community, or our country, that it was the responsibility not only of our leaders, but each and every one of us, the responsibility to reach out, to recognize, and develop and respect the skills, the blessings, and the talents that each and every one of us has been endowed with, and that it is our responsibility to respect those, to develop those, and to grow those. It means that we would wake up each and every day and we would echo the words of Gandhi as we looked at the people that were next to us on the tram, next to us on the bus, or next to us at our workplace. And just think, if every day you could look next to the person sitting next to you, and the simple message would be, think about how profoundly different our world would be if they heard you say, I offer you peace, I offer you love, I offer your friendship, I see your beauty, I hear your need, I feel your feelings. I hope and pray that's a message that each of us will take to heart and we can deliver to our fellow neighbors each and every day. Thank you.
Your Excellency, thank you for this beautiful interpretation on the message of nonviolence. What especially stuck to me is that everyone is special. I think that's very beautiful of you saying that with respect to this message of nonviolence. And what's certainly special is that I'm going to announce the performance of two special ladies here today, Miss Indu Pandey and Miss Purnima Govardhan from the Corso Theatre. These ladies are acclaimed classical dancers. And today's performance, titled Wonders by Indu Pandey and Purnima Govardhan, is a tribute to Mother India and Satyagraha in two Indian classical dance styles, Bharatnatyam and Kathak. The first one is performed on Vande Mataram, the national song of India. The second is performed on the bhajan Raghupati Raghav Rajaram, which was sung by Gandhiji and his followers as they walked during the 241-mile Salt March to Dandi as a part of Salt Satyagraha campaign. While Miss Pandey will perform the Indian classical dance form of Kathak, Miss Govardhan will perform Bharatnatyam. So let's welcome these two special, talented ladies on this stage with a huge round of applause.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं
जं तरि तक तदिमि रि ग म प द नि प द नि सरि ग रे जनु दे मि द किट म तरि स नि ग रि स नि द रि रि तां द किट म द प म ग रि 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 जं तरि तक तदिमि रि ग म प द नि प द नि सरि ग रे जनु दे मि द किट म तरि स नि ग रि स नि द रि रि तां द किट म द प म ग रि 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 जं तरि तक तदिमि रि ग म प द नि प द नि सरि ग रे जनु दे मि द किट म तरि स नि ग रि स नि द रि रि तां द किट म द प म ग रि 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 जं तरि तक तदिमि रि ग म प द नि प द नि सरि ग रे जनु दे मि द किट म तरि स नि ग रि स नि द रि रि तां द किट म द प म ग रि 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 जं तरि तक तदिमि रि ग म प द नि प द नि सरि ग रे जनु दे मि द किट म तरि स नि ग रि स नि द रि रि तां द किट म द प म ग रि 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 जं तरि तक तदिमि रि ग म प द नि प द नि सरि ग रे जनु दे मि द किट म तरि स नि ग रि स नि द रि रि तां द किट म द प म ग रि 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 धीं दगिड धीं दगिड धीं धीं दगिड धी दगिड 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 नगिड धीं दगिड धीं दगिड धीं धीं दगिड धीं दगिड 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 नगिड धीं दगिड धीं दगिड धीं धीं दगिड धी दगिड 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 नगिड धीं दगिड धीं दगिड धीं धीं दगिड धीं दगिड 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 नगिड तजनु धीं तजनु तक तजनु तक दिमि तजनु जनु तधीं तजनु धीं तजनु तक तदिमि तक दिमि तजनु जनु तधीं तजनु धीं तजनु तक तजनु तक दिमि तजनु जनु तधीं तजनु धीं तजनु तक तदिमि तक दिमि तजनु जनु तधीं
How about that? Thank you, Miss Indu Pandey and Miss Purnima Goberton, and of course, the Corso Theater for making this cultural tribute happen today at this beautiful program here in Grote Kerk. So it is now my honor to invite on stage His Excellency, Mr. I Gusti Agung Visaka Puja, the Ambassador of Indonesia to the Netherlands. The Ambassador of Indonesia to the Netherlands, he is also a permanent representative of Indonesia to the Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, the OPCW. He has a long and distinguished diplomatic career spanning 32 years, including assignments in multilateral and international organizations in Vienna and Geneva. He was also actively involved in a 5-year-long Aceh peace process and was a member of the negotiation team of Indonesia for the humanitarian pause in Geneva in 2000, the cessation of hostilities agreement in Geneva in 2002, as well as the Helsinki Memorandum of Understanding in 2005. He has received several awards from the President of Indonesia for his role in the Aceh peace process. Please welcome on stage the Ambassador of Indonesia to the Netherlands.
Namaste. Gandhi once said, "Nobody should hurt me without my permission." I think this inspires his movement on non-violence, ahimsa, satyagraha, tatwamasi, this all reflecting the non-violence movement. If you remember what also he said, that when there is love, there is life. Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, Sri M, it is a lovely day today, and I feel peace surrounding us. When I was little, my mother always told me, don't even kill the ant, even though it bites you. Don't even kill mosquitoes, even though it sucks your blood. I think I still remember what my mother said before, and I think this is also the expression of non-violence, tatwamasi, the ahimsa. You are that, you are mine. If you hurt me, meaning that you hurt yourself. I believe this should inspire everybody, every person, everybody in this room and everybody in the world. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Gandhi is always a person of inspirations. He has a power, even though probably he is not a good speaker in the public, but his thought, his powerful writing and his powerful words inspiring everybody. I think we still remember many things what he said about peace, about love, it's about non-violence. Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, today we are celebrating the non-violent movement, and I believe this will also give us new spirit, a new commitment on the non-violence everywhere. You are at home, in the workplace, on the street, and we hope our globe, our world will be a peaceful one. That's why we, in this respect, bring also our children to enjoy the spirit of peace, the spirit of non-violence. Because Gandhi once said, if you want to create real peace, start with children. And the children will also give an inspiration how peace, how we as an adult to create peace and non-violence in everywhere we stay. And of course, the inspiring remarks by Ambassador Venu during the opening of this Gandhi Walk give a lot of message. I remember once on Mahabharata, when Arjuna was in doubt during the war, big war of Bharata Yuddha. Krishna, his advisor, always told him, be prudent, be honest to yourself. Because Arjuna asked himself whether I should, in war, why should I kill everybody in our family, although they are my enemy. But I believe Krishna told Arjuna the right thing. Karmani evadikaraste mapalesu kadaschana. So I believe whatever you do for your country, don't ask what the country will give to you later on. I believe this will inspire all of us in also creating this peace. Ambassador Venu also touched upon the song of John Lennon, Imagine, if this can inspire us together. You may say, I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us and the world will be as one. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for this beautiful address. And I think we're going to take the words of His Excellency by heart by starting with children, because he told us, Gandhiji said, if you want peace, start with children. So now I'd like to introduce to you the children of the Indonesian school. They are going to perform two dances for us. It's a traditional dance by the Sekolah Indonesia Den Haag and Madaloka dance. The two dances are called, the first one is called Pushpanjali from Bali, Indonesia, and this is actually a welcome dance. And the second one is called Jadan Kepang from Ponorogo, Indonesia, and this actually is a very unique dance representing a brave force riding a horse. Well, if that doesn't make you curious, I don't know what will. Let's welcome these lovely children here on the stage with a huge applause. Well, thank you very much, children of the Indonesian School of Dance. Yeah, I think you lost something. And also the Indonesian Embassy for making this happen, this beautiful, colorful performance by the children of the Indonesian School. Very well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great privilege to introduce to you our next speaker. And I hope I do this right. His Excellency Dr. M. Homayoun Azizi, Ambassador of Afghanistan to the Netherlands. As a doctor by training, Ambassador Azizi has more than 17 years of experience in public service in the government of Afghanistan at both provincial and national levels. During his term as the head of Provincial Council of Heart from 2005 to 2009, Dr. Azizi participated in conflict resolution meetings with different community groups at provincial and district levels. From 2010 to 2015, he was the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs in Afghanistan. From 2015 to 2017, Ambassador Azizi held the office of the Provincial Governor for Kandahar. It is appropriate that we have Dr. Azizi addressing us, as he represents a country which has been affected by violent conflict and terrorism. So please welcome on stage His Excellency Dr. M. Homayoun Azizi, Ambassador of Afghanistan to the Netherlands.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Ambassador Rajamouni and the Embassy of India in The Hague for organizing today's event as follow Mahatma and our outstanding and very much needed campaign to mark the International Day of Non-Violence. The great Gandhi, the leader of non-violence movement, believed that everybody should adapt to non-violence. They believed that in non-violence as a universal principle and a transcendent value, but unfortunately today we are not yet living in the world that Gandhi dreamed of. Socially and economically developed countries, as makers and supporters of the human rights and laws, have not been so successful in spreading message of peace and non-violence. But some countries today, unfortunately, are engaged in spreading the violence in some cases. International human rights and humanitarian laws are constantly violated. Conflicts, violent extremism, and terrorism don't show any sign of decreasing. In this moment, Afghanistan is one of the biggest victims of violence. Over 70% of the present Afghan population has been born amidst violence conflict. Afghanistan is home to Asia's youngest population, where almost everyone has witnessed the violated society and world he or she is living in. This has been the case since late 1979 when the Soviet Union invaded in Afghanistan, and nearly 40 years by now, which has left not only Afghanistan but the whole region at risk. When it comes to non-violence and human rights, Afghanistan and India have always shared common values. The close friendship and struggle for a common cause between the great Gandhi and the Afghan Pashtun leader Bacha Khan, known as the Frontier Gandhi, is an undeniable example of this long relationship. They had a very unusual friendship. Gandhi was a Hindu and Khan a Muslim. Khan popularized Gandhi's teachings among Muslims, and 100,000 Muslims joined his Khuda-e Khidmatgar, or Servers of Allah movement. In time, Khan convinced them of the need to follow Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. The International Day of Nonviolence has a strong connection with the works, beliefs, and myths of peace leader Mahatma Gandhi, who is known as India's father of the nation. International of the Nonviolence is a global observance that promotes nonviolence through education and public awareness. Ladies and gentlemen, let me finish my speech with the hope that one day the whole world become the peace palace in which the humanity is honored. Human rights are not restricted to few cities, and every single human has its real rights of living in a non-violent environment. Also, I want to thank for the opportunity to talk on a topic that my nation is the most affected of, and hope the world society do not ignore anymore the foreign violators of our country, region, of course, the humanity. Thank you, Jai Afghanistan, India friendship.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for this beautiful address. Then, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last cultural performance of today's program. And this also involves children. I'd like to announce the performance of the students of the Hindu School and Laya School, choreographed by Miss Varsha Khalidin and Miss Vayajanti Panchapi Kishan. The Hindu School of Utrecht is part of Stichting Hindu Onderwijs Nederland, SHON. And Miss Varsha Khalidin is actually an Indian classical dancer who is trained in the classical forms of Odissi, Kathak, and Bharatanatyam. She runs the Shivangi Dance Art School in Utrecht. The Laya School of Dance is based in The Hague, and it is an institution run by Miss Vayajanti Panchapi Kishan, and it is involved in the promotion of Indian classical and folk dances. The performance is a medley of songs conveying Gandhi's message on non-violence. So let's welcome this last group on the stage with a huge applause, the children of the Hindu School and Laya School of Dance.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराए जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराए जाने रे। पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान ना आने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराए जाने सकल लोक मान सहुने वंदे। निंदा न करे तेनी रे। वाच काछ मन निश्चल राखे। धन धन जननी तेनी रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराए जाने रे। वडलोभी ने कपट रहित छे। काम क्रोध निवार्या रे। भणे नरसैयो तेनु दर्शन करता। कुळो एको तेरे तार्या रे।
माटी पुकारे तुझे, देश पुकारे, आजा रे अब आजा रे। भूले हम राहे हमें राह दिखा दे। आजा रे राह दिखा दे। ऐनक पहने लाठी पकड़े चलते थे वो शान से। सालिम कांपे थर 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 सुनकर उनका नाम रे। हो पद था उनका छोटा सा और सरपट उनकी चाल रे। दुबले से पतले से थे वो चलते सीना तान गे। वंदे मातरम, 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 वंदे मातरम,
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम
पतित पावन सीताराम पतित पावन सीताराम
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान
पतित पावन सीताराम पतित पावन सीताराम
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान
Thank you very much, lovely children of the Hindu School and Laya School of Dance. En kindertjes, mag ik jullie vragen om te blijven staan? Jullie hoeven niet weg te gaan, jullie mogen blijven staan. This was a very beautiful message conveyed that these children are the change. And I believe we now approach a very special picture moment, which is actually a request of the Ambassador of India. And this picture moment actually involves all the performing artists of today. So we are going to have kind of an assembly of all our talented artists here on stage. Maybe they can start to come to the stage. And also, at the same time, I'd like to invite the distinguished guests, first of all, the spiritual leader, Sri M, the ambassadors with their spouses, and also all the members of the Foundation of Nonviolence to come up on stage for this special picture moment, please. The other artists can also come to the stage, if possible. En misschien kunnen wij even allemaal gaan verzamelen in een groep, want we gaan een foto maken. Vind je dat leuk? Kom maar. Also, the group singers from the program of the Peace Palace are invited on stage for this picture moment. I believe we are almost complete. The Indonesian school is now also joining. Very nice. Well, isn't that a lovely sight? Feel free to applaud.